Okay, in the previous step, we learned how we can use extension methods in C# Unity. In this step, we want to learn what is namespace and how we can use different namespaces in our codes. For example, we have soldier, okay? And let me make a soldier here. Come on, my friend. Okay. We have a soldier. And this is friend. We have another one which called enemy. Okay? Both of them needs to have some scripts, okay? Friend soldier movement, or I don't know, score, enemy soldier score, okay? If I want to make a script here which called a score for friend, it's fine. It will make for me. Okay. But if I want to make another script which called a score for enemy, it says nope, because you already have a score. So you can't have, and it's renamed the name of the code to score1. Okay? Maybe you will say, okay, it doesn't matter, I will rename my code anytime we want. But sometimes you can't. And sometimes you want to sort your scripts inside a category. For example, the most of the components and the most of the functions and variables of Unity has been sorted and combined inside Unity Engine namespace. Look at this. Here we have usings, system.collections, system.collections.generic, and Unity Engine. Okay, we already used Unity Engine. When? Because of mono behavior, and also, for example, void start. Okay, without Unity Engine, mono behavior doesn't work. It says we don't have anything which called mono behavior, couldn't be found. Look at this. But here we can use it and we can call anywhere we want, anytime we want. So we have our own scripts and we want to sort them as a specific category, and we call them, for example, with this way: namespace Abulfaz codes, and I will put my class inside this namespace. Okay? With this method, inside this namespace, if I write any logics, functions, classes, variables, anything, it will be inside one family, Abulfaz codes. For example, I will say public void Abulfaz test, right? Let's take a look at here. And it is our example code, okay? I want to have access to part 31. I don't have. Look at this. We already have part 31, but no, it is inside Abulfaz codes. So we need to say using Abulfaz codes. And now we have part 31. It is easy. And for example, we will say anything we want. Part 31 dot or anything we can have access to this function or any functions we have defined in part 31. Sometimes we want to have AbleFast test in the namespace of AbleFast codes, and sometimes we will duplicate this namespace and we will say AbleFast test namespace. Look at this. Both of them are part 31, but in fact they are in a different category and different family. So we can define anything we want. AbleFast test in namespace AbleFast codes and AbleFast test in namespace AbleFast test namespace. And here we need to say which one you want to have access, AbleFast code or AbleFast test namespace. Sometimes we want to do something cool. Inside one namespace, we can define several namespaces. For example, I would say namespace ordinary codes, right? And another namespace here, for example, hard codes. Inside AbleFast codes, we will have even different categories: ordinary codes, hard codes. Okay, and I will save here and come back to my example test. Look at this. It says no, we don't have this guy. Which one you want to use? Let's add a dot. No, sorry. AbleFast codes. Okay. Dot. Which one? Only hard codes or ordinary codes? For example, ordinary codes. Let's call this function. You know, it is exactly like when you wanna use the using Unity engine or MonoBehavior. With namespaces, you can fix the problem of conflicts of the codes or scripts. For example, in your game, you have a component which called a score, and during your project you want to import a plugin from Asset Store, and that plugin already has a component which called a score, exactly the same name. But if you define your codes inside a namespace of your own namespace, you won't have any confliction with the new plugin or new imported components from anywhere. All right, that's it. Let's go to the next step.